Solving literal equations. So the first one we're going to solve for g. So what I want to do is isolate g. So I'm going to move this w and the 4 to the other side by doing the opposite. So I'm going to subtract 4w, subtract 4w. So I have s minus 4w equals 4g. Now if I want g all by itself, 4 is attached means times, so I'm going to do the opposite and I'm going to divide. So those will cancel and g equals s minus 4w over 4. The next one, solve for y. So I'm going to subtract x first. So I have negative 3y equals negative x plus 20. Now to get y by itself, I divide by what's attached. So y equals, you can write it as negative x plus 20 over negative 3. Or you can split them up. So y equals 1/3 x minus 20 thirds. Because a negative divided by a negative would be a positive right there. A jet flew 3,116 miles in 5.41 hours. So miles per hour. 3,116 miles per hour. Then we're just going to plug it into a calculator. So the average speed is 575.97 miles per hour. All right, let's go ahead and draw this out. Here's a rectangle. And it says the length of the base measures 65 less than 3 times the width. This should be width. So if the width is x, then the length is 3 times x minus 65. So now the other key term is the perimeter. So if I add all of these up, the perimeter will be 870 feet. So I have 3x minus 65, an x, another 3x minus 65, and an x. And that's all going to equal 870. And I wrote it like this only because I ran out of room. So 6, 7, 8x. And then 65 and 65 is a negative 130. So to solve this, we're going to add 130 to the other side. So 8x equals 870 plus 130, which is 1,000. Divide both sides by 8. And x equals 125. So the width right here is 125. But if I want the length, I have to say 3 times 125 minus 65. 3 times 125, subtract 65, and I get 310 for the length. All right, to solve this, I'm going to draw a line down the equal sign. I can combine these like terms on this side, and I have negative 4x plus 6. 6 minus 2x. Now I'm going to add and subtract back and forth until I have all my x's on one side and all my numbers on the other. So let's go ahead and add 2x because that will cancel, and add 2x to its like term. So I have 6 equals negative 2x plus 6. Let's subtract 6 to the other side. So I have 0 equals negative 2x. Divide both sides by a negative 2. And x equals 0 in this case. Last one we're going to solve. First thing I'm going to do is distribute. So I have negative 7x minus 7 minus x minus 12. Distribute negative 8x minus 24 plus 5. So let's combine like terms. Negative 8x, 12 and 7 is negative 19. Negative 8x, negative 24 plus 5 is negative 19. So if you can see right now that these are exactly the same, there's not going to be a solution. Because if I add 8 right here, your x terms go away. No matter what I have on this number, if I divide by 0, it's going to give an undefined solution.